Rivers in for a few words.
Everybody pay attention.
People.
All right.
Hey, settle down out
there. Whenever you're ready, Lena.
Hi. For those who don't know me, also known as Bean to some people. I became friends with Holly since we were like 3 years old. And it seems like yesterday we were playing dress up and Holly would stare at herself and stare at herself in the mirror and say we're making ourselves beautiful. We've always seemed to be able to make each other laugh for no apparent reason. Anytime I was down or blue, she can always make me smile. Holly has so many wonderful qualities, but this is the one I absolutely love her. I can remember the night Holly and Joe met. We were all going out for Holly's 21st birthday. At that time, we worked with Lana at a local salon, and later we all became friends. Lana brought up the idea to take Holly to Erie to celebrate her birthday. All the way to Erie, Lana drilled me in from the start that Joe was I'm sorry. Dog. Well, yeah, no dog. The complete dog. I was not trying to be nice. I was trying to be nice. But he was a boyfriend material. We could see that Holly was hesitant to give him a try. Holly ended up getting Joe's number since When Joe called Holly to set up a date, I could see that Holly was willing to give it a try. Soon after, I could see Holly was falling for him. Within a few months of dating, Holly told that she was going to move to Erie. At that time, I was kind of upset because I thought I was ruining my best friend. After seeing Holly and Joe together, I could see that she was truly happy and possibly found her soulmate. Joe is such a wonderful person who adores her cakes, or his cakes. I think they are absolutely wonderful together, and I know Holly wouldn't be the same without her sweetie. Joe and Holly, as a couple, remind us that there is a thing such as love, and it is very powerful, and even when things aren't always perfect. Holly and Joe, I want to wish you both nothing but happiness and stuff in your marriage. I love you guys. Let's raise a glass to Holly and Joe.
Raise your glasses. Cheers. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Anthony Eisenberg. Let's give it up for Anthony.
Let me get this microphone real quick.
Get up, Dougie, first.
Listen, real quick. If you were talking during that speech, you need to sit your ass down somewhere. All right? Listen. Just listen. We had a good time tonight. First of all, we need to do a couple things. We need a round of applause for Holly's family for a beautiful ceremony. Can we get a round of applause for that? And we also have to give a round of applause to the Dina Colas. Right?
Represent.
It was a beautiful ceremony, and it was great. So, anyways, I just have a couple things to say. We have a lot to get to. A couple announcements. First of all, Sean and I were co-best men. All right. Sean is not going to say anything tonight. He's really tired because, listen, because he built this whole place last night. shout out to Sean for that. No, but Joe and I have come a long way. We've been through a lot together, but I can still remember the first phone call I got from Joe that really set our relationship, you know, to the future. We had just graduated from high school, right? And I'm sitting on my couch, and I get the phone call from Joe. Anthony, hey, I need somebody to work at New York Lunch. You think you can help me out? I'm like, Joe, listen, I don't even have a car, man. How am I going to get down there? So Joe goes, listen, I live like a block away from New York Lunch. You could just stay at my house for the whole summer. I'm like, I'm in. Put me in. All right, so Joe and I, we built a great relationship working at New York Lunch. Shout out to Tom Kalizak, by the way. Tom Kalizak, not only did we learn a lot about life from Tom, we learned a lot about business, and I know that he's been a mentor for Sean, or for Joe for a long time. So, round of applause for Tom Kalizak. Alright, so anyways, Joe and I are working at New York Lunch. I learned a lot about Joe that summer, right? But the most important thing I learned about Joe was his love for cheese. Who knows how much Joe loved cheese? Let me hear it. Hey, it doesn't matter if it's Swiss cheese, Gouda, whatever it is, American, pepper jack, whatever it is, right? Joe loves cheese. But I never really understood how much he loved cheese. I used to stay at Joe's house every night. We'd wake up, we'd go make 1,000 Greek dogs a day, and then I'd go back to Joe's house, and he had the man cave, right? And he used to eat, sleep, and breathe in the man cave. But let me tell you what he used to eat. No one knows what Joe used to eat, right? It was called the Dina Cola sandwich. And everyone asks me, what is in the Dina Cola sandwich? And I say, it's real simple. All you need is a loaf of bread. Just a loaf of bread, right? No, here's what it is. Everyone says, and I told you how much Joe loves cheese, but all you need is a loaf of bread. So 2 slices of white, it's gotta be white bread. Schwabels would be the most preferable, but, and what's in the middle? How much does he like cheese though, right? Nacho cheese Doritos. So Joe can eat for a month on a loaf of bread and a bag of nacho cheese Doritos. That's the Dina Cola sandwich though, but so we would be at New York Lunch. We think we made 1,000. This is in the middle between high school and college. Neither of us were going to school at the time. So I think after one weekend, we both made like 12,000 Greek dogs. And then we decided to go to school. So Joe went to Mercyhurst, I went to Edinburgh. But we ended up both at Edinburgh, and this was the key time. Edinburgh, for Joe, was the key time, right? Because this is where everything happened. This is where everything came to fruition. So Joe tells me, he says, Anthony, I'm going to... I mean, how odd does this sound? Joe, there he goes, Anthony, I'm going to Jamestown for a party. I'm like, listen, dude, I'm out. He's like, no, but dude, there's gonna be chicks there, it's gonna be cool, you know. I'm like, Joe, nah, you know, actually, I gotta turn tape for this, too. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. So anyways, Joe goes to this party in Jamestown. And I'm like, oh, thank God I got that one. I don't know who went with it. It might have been Tony Dina Cola. Yeah, you're a sucker for that one, but I don't know. So anyways, Joe comes back to we all live together, we're in Edinburgh, we all live together. And Joe comes back and he says, Oz, you're not gonna believe this shit, right? I met a cheerleader for the Buffalo Bills. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, why didn't I fucking go to that party? And Joe's lucky I didn't, because we might have a whole different scenario tonight. No, but anyways, in true say the cheerleader bro. So anyway, he told me he met Holly, and he was so excited. And Holly was a cheerleader for the Buffalo Bills. This is like a true story, right? So give a shout out to Holly. So anyway, this is now. It's like December. I'm trying to go on Christmas break. I got to get my homework done. And Joe and I lived in the same. We lived in the same, obviously, building, but we roomed in the same room. Bedroom, or it was a bed, computer, bed. Right? So I'm doing my homework on the computer. Well, you know, cutting and pasting, whatever. So anyway, Holly was Miss June. Like, she had the calendar, and Joe had the calendar up on the wall and everything, right? So anyway, I'm doing my homework. I look up at the calendar, and this is December, right? I look up, and Joe still has the calendar on Miss June. So right then we knew that these two were perfect for each other. Joe had the calendar up all day, right, for 6 months. But anyways, that was a telltale sign 10 years ago that these guys were made for each other. And everybody here sees it. And Joe, my main man, I've known for so long, has the biggest heart out of anybody I've ever known. You know what I'm saying? And Holly is a beautiful woman. She's a great mother. The two are perfect for each other. And just like the priest was saying tonight, you know, everybody's here for you guys. I am an advocate, or whatever. Yeah, all right, whatever that meant. But I am. If I could be here for Joe just half as much as he's been there for me in my life, then we're gonna be all right, right? We're gonna be all right? I love both of these guys. Put your drinks up, toast to these guys, because it's amazing. It's a beautiful night, and now we're gonna party. Who's ready to party? Ready to get it in?